Should be live now. Yes. Right. Come in, people, come in. Come on, man. Come on. It's gonna be this should be a good one today. Should be a Ross Clark good one today, boy, I'm telling you. We give it a few minutes, yeah. Let some more people come in, and then I'll start off the thing. Yo, Wagwan. Obviously, numbers in the chat, but not taking no calls until this video is done, yeah? Alright, listen, yeah. I have to play 2 videos at the same time, yeah? Exactly the same, I have to play 2 videos at the same time. So if it sounds like it, you can hear 2 videos playing at the same time. Like, if it sounds echoey, let me know, yeah? So, just write in the comments, just say echo, something like that, yeah? So anyway, let me just introduce this video. So basically, this video is old, right? I don't know when it was recorded or when it was produced, whatever in it, but as you can see from the backdrop, it's an ITV video. So you're going to see a panel of a couple of people and that, and they're going to be talking about boosting stop and searches and that. And one day, mark my Ras Clark words, I don't know how long it will take. It could happen next month. It could happen in 5 years. One day you will see me on TV on a panel just like what we're about to see, and I'll be discussing my point of view, because many people in this world think that they can talk about the streets, stop and searches and that, and they talk like they're talking from experience, but really and truly they're talking from a third person's point of view. They're looking out their window, they're hearing stories, they know this man, they know that man, they heard that story, heard this story, whatever, but they ain't lived that lifestyle. They might have been stop and search themselves, whatever, they might have had a bad encounter with the police or their cousin or whatever, someone's been murdered close to them, but they ain't lived that lifestyle like that. So this is why I feel compelled to get on, obviously, YouTube, and hopefully one day soon, get on TV and discuss my point of view. Because most people, they don't know what they're talking about. They haven't lived that lifestyle. It's different being a civilian and looking in on certain situations, thinking, man, the police are this and it's like that or whatever. But until you've actually been there yourself, you will know. You will know. You will know whether or not it's bullshit or not. You will know whether or not the reason why certain men are getting stop and search all the time is because they're on the street doing nothing. So I've seen parts of this video before and I've never watched the whole thing. So we're gonna watch the whole thing. It's 25 minutes long, but obviously it's gonna take a bit longer because I'm gonna stop it. Not all the time. I just stop it here and there, whatever in it. And because obviously I don't know what's gonna be said throughout the whole thing. So I'm literally going to be reacting to it. I've seen a little bit before, like about a year and a half ago or something like that. So I know what the thing's about, obviously, besides just reading the title. But I'm overqualified to talk on this subject. Most of these people who come on TV and talk this, they don't know nothing. They don't know nothing. Trust me, I've been there. Been there. Ends going back and forth. Oh, what, you man come down there? All right, so what? Been there. So I know, over more than qualified to talk on this situation. Like, you don't mind watch some of my old videos, even watch some of the videos now, I'll be like, nah, Jay can't be like that guy, he talks a certain way. It's an act, it's an act, listen, man, that's all I'm saying, like, that's all I'm saying. Right, let's see.
We couldn't have a more experienced.
Right, starting in 30 seconds, yeah? So get your Ross Clark popcorn out. Oh, what a Ross Clark. Right. Okay. We're gonna start this thing now. Let's go.
We couldn't have a more experienced panel of people all directly affected by knife crime.
All right. Let's
Alison,
just stop the thing right there. Yeah. Let's see who we got now. So we got what? 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 queens, 4 kings, and 1 joker. Yeah. So that's the panel there. Yeah. You got 4 man, 4 gyal, and 1 local you. Yeah. So let's see what they got to say. These people.
with you because you have brought something in that's especially significant and poignant. Tell us what happened to your son and what you have in your hands.
In my hands is my son. This is Joshua now, my little boy, my only son. Joshua went to a memorial event and got into an argument, and the young man that stabbed Josh left the party but then came back and decided to stab Joshua once. It went into Joshua's heart and he passed away 7 hours later. The reality of knife crime is these are people's children, not a statistic, not a headline, my little boy, and that's why, of course, it's personal to me, but there's a lot more that we can do, and I'm sure today will highlight a lot of those things that we can stop people's children becoming murderers, which will then result in a lot of less victims, so less people like Josh will lose their lives.
And you take those ashes into schools, don't you? Because you think that young people do not understand the reality. They're taking knives because they think they're protecting themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. They don't see how there's a link between carrying a knife and them losing their life or losing their families, and it's just to bring home the reality. Taking Josh in is part of that reality, and if it helps, then of course I will do that.
Justin, you were a former bus driver. You set up United Borders to...
Stop it right there. So, obviously, there are going to be people who lose their lives, innocent people who lose their lives. Yeah? You could go to a club, you could go to a bar, step on a man's trainers, and say sorry. But if a man's a madman, you know what, fam? I don't like the way my man said sorry to me, So I'm going to come back and want to do him something, innit? Yeah? So don't get it twisted. There's a lot of innocent people out here who lose their life, over dumbness as well, innit? Yeah? Like, even if someone's like, they're on the wrong path, they're selling drugs, or they're a bad person on the street, a lot of these men don't deserve to lose their life, But unfortunately, that's what happens on the street, innit? So more time, people that lose their lives on the street are in that lifestyle. I'm not saying that they deserve it, but they're in that type of lifestyle. And unfortunately, there are a small percentage of people who do get murdered, and they ain't got nothing to do with nothing. They might have just been in the wrong place, wrong time, step on a man's trainer, said sorry. I don't like the way my man says sorry to me, so I'm gone. Yeah. So, but it's sad that the mum carries around his ashes like that, though. Fucking hell, that's mad. Still. All right.
Help unite rival gangs in North London, the first project of its kind. 5 months after you launched that charity, your own son, Rico, who's with you, was stabbed 10 times by 7 men. You've been watching, I guess, the debate. You've heard Sajid Javid saying he wants more stop and search. Is he right? Is there a problem with stop and search? What is the answer?
I've heard you talk a lot about stop and search as well, and advocate for it.
Am I wrong?
Definitely wrong.
Tell me why.
Definitely wrong. For the simple reason, from the community point of view, we're asking for targeted searches because a lot of the people that are carrying out these crimes.
So your son has been stabbed 10 times by 7 men. Yeah, so I'm assuming, obviously, yeah, like, you know, it would happen on one occasion. He got stabbed 10 times. So let me get this straight. So a man's youth's been stabbed 10 times by 7 men, and you know, I can't, yeah, because bad man come in all shapes and sizes, yeah. I believe that's his son next to him, obviously, yeah. Bad man come in all shapes and sizes, so that you there, yeah, don't get it twisted, yeah. You can't always judge the appearance, innit, yeah. When I say bad man come in all shapes and sizes, bad man come in all shapes, that boy could be a nightmare on the street, yeah. And it just took, yeah, like, the man there got the drop on him and thought, yeah, let's go doing something or whatever, innit, yeah. But anyway, whether he's innocent or not or whatever, a man's son has been stabbed 10 times by 7 men, and he thinks that they should not increase stop and searches, yeah? But let's hear what he's got to say.
They're known to social services, they're known to the police forces as well. So if it's targeted targeted searches, we're for that. When you're talking about blanketed searches, we're walking back down to sus law days. There's a host of older black generation who are walking around with being suspected of doing something they haven't done, and they've got a criminal record as a result of that. Here you are advocating for something that doesn't affect you, but yet still you're asking for it to come back.
I hear your passion.
Yeah, definitely passion. I've heard yours.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you some back.
Go ahead.
Okay? And it's this.
Yeah.
Do you accept that the vast majority of knife attacks happening right now in this country are by young black males on other young black males? Do you accept that as a statistical fact?
I accept that in Lincolnshire last year, they have the highest murder rate proportionately in England, but no one reports on it like that. I also feel that there's a media campaign to help the criminalisation of young black people, because if I ask my white friends further out of London what they...
See, this is what I don't get with people, right? A man is talking about black people. Why are you involving the white and other communities? Yeah? This is people's problems. Yeah? Not solely black people. This is just people's problem in general. Instead of looking at yourself or your community, whatever, in it, yeah? Instead of focusing on yourself, as soon as a man's put that question to you about, black on black crime or whatever, stabbings or whatever, yeah, the man's response is, but in Lincolnshire, obviously, which is a white area, yeah, Lincolnshire, there's such and such statistics. No. Fuck them people up in Lincolnshire. We don't give a fuck about them, yeah? We're talking about, this debate is about black on black crime and people stab black youths in London, probably. I'm assuming it's just about black youths in London stabbing each other, yeah? Let's just stick to the point, yeah? Fuck all. See, this is people's problem. They want divert, yeah? No, fam. You need to look at yourself, yeah? You need to look at yourself. Individuals, yeah? They could have issues in their life, yeah? Forget about the colour skin, the colour thing. Certain individuals have problems in their life, and instead of looking at themselves as the problem, they want to push the blame on other people. It's because of this, because of that. No, it's you. You are the problem, yeah? And in this case, yeah, it's the black community who's the problem, yeah? The man couldn't even answer a question or whatever, in it, yeah? As soon as he was posed with the question, bam, he wants to try and throw another ethnic group in there. No, it don't matter whether he's right or not, yeah, about the statistics elsewhere. Like, I've heard other men say, but in Scotland at the same time, there was more white people killing each other. We don't give a fuck, fam. Yeah, we don't give a fuck. Yeah, you need to focus on yourself first. Yeah, it don't matter. Yeah, it don't matter what's going on upside. Yeah, what's happening in your community? What's happening in your house? Yeah, don't worry about an ex man's neighborhood. You know.
Think of gangs, the first thing that comes to their mind is young black people.
Well, there have been 120 people killed in London from knives this year. Trevor Phillips, who was the former chairman of the Racial Equality Commission, right, wrote a piece at the weekend. I think only 2 were not young black men. I mean, at what point do we just, as he says, do we take the gloves off this debate and say what is going on?
At what point does Trevor Phillips become the voice for black people? When does one person become the voice for an entire nation? Never happens within your race, but yet still Trevor voice is the moral high ground and the opinion for black people. I've never seen him in a barbershop or a food shop. Do not tell me about Trevor Phillips. He has no credibility where I come from, none.
But that doesn't mean that statistically he's not right? And I would give you this parallel, right? And it's this. When we had a series of terror attacks a year ago in London, and it was deemed to be ISIS-inspired, right? What did we do? We demanded action amongst the Muslim communities of this country, right? And everybody thought this was a good idea, right?
Yeah.
What is the difference between the number of people dying from terror attacks, right, and targeting people where these attacks are coming from, and saying to the black community, these are young black men killing young black men? If I'm accused of racism, right, for saying what is a statistical fact.
Not racist, privilege.
But it's not.
Hold on a minute, you're not the...
I don't have to worry about my son's
Can I respond to what you just said, please?
Yes.
I do not recollect, I grew up in the 70s, throughout the 80s, when the IRA had a bombing campaign throughout the whole of England. I do not recollect white Irish families being asked to talk on behalf of some white Irish extremists.
But white Irish families were targeted. They were.
What do you mean targeted?
People were investigating white Irish families to try and work out IRA.
Yeah.
So they were.
Yeah, investigated. But I don't recollect a time when white Irish people had to apologise for their extreme attackers.
I'm not asking you to apologise, and I think you're taking this the wrong way.
I'm not.
I'm not asking you to apologise. I'm asking you to accept a statistical
Taking
fact,
it the wrong way.
And then to tell me how, if we're not going to stop and search young black youths on the streets of London in particular right now, who may or may not have knives, how do you find out if they're carrying knives?
I'm not saying that.
I really want to know.
Yeah, you really want to know?
Yes.
I've already said we need targeted stop and search.
What does that mean? Tell me.
So that means the people...
Can I just say, because I actually used to do stop and search. Okay.
As a police officer.
Exactly, 30 years. There's a difference between targeted intelligence-based community.
Oh, see, this is good now. So, shit. One sec. So this is good. We got this guy Leroy, probably a Jamaican man. We got a policeman or former policeman, whatever, innit? Yeah, on the panel, whatever, innit? So it's gonna be good to hear what he has to say. I'm not too sure if the guy with the hair, I can't remember what his name is, whatever his name is. I can't remember if he mentioned something about white privilege. Yeah, I can't be bothered to go back, right? But I'm sure he mentioned something about white privilege, innit? Yeah, but what the fuck is white privilege? Really? There's no such thing as white privilege. Yeah, people are fucking, yeah, you're going mad, you're going insane. Yeah, there's no such thing as white privilege. Yeah, maybe back in the 70s or 60s or 50s, yeah. 2018, 2019, 2020, no fam. There's no such thing as no fucking white privilege, yeah. Black people have the same opportunities as white people, yeah. Oh my days. Right, it looks like they fucking suspended the live stream, so. Yeah. They suspended the flipping live stream, man.
Community-focused policing and the stop and search that goes with it. Because stop and search is a blunt tool that's sharpened up with community intelligence. The more trust and confidence you have with the target group you're trying to support, the better intelligence, and then you target the right sort of people. At the moment, we have seen, even though the proportions is slightly improved, but still 1 in 5 people come out with a
Wait, hold on a minute, is it still playing?
Stopped. Whereas
Bro, I don't know.
that means 4 out of 5
I don't know what's
people
going on.
are
Right, let
stopped
me
unnecessarily.
just rewind a
And
little bit, yeah, because it said
President
it got
Dick would say,
suspended.
actually,
Yeah. Alright. Yeah, it says the stream's been temporarily blocked, so it's suspended, yeah. It's a shame, man. The stream happens, innit? Shit happens, man. Shit happens, man. It's probably because it's an ITV video, innit?